Aware. Okay, welcome, Sherry Fredericks. I'm so glad you are here on our second Moving Up call. Happy to see your smiling faces on a Sunday night, or perhaps you're watching the recording.
Or
So,
a hot mess on a Sunday night.
yeah, well, it is what it is. You know, like come to the calls with clothing on. That's all I ask, right?
Yeah.
So, I wanted you guys to introduce your goal buddy and share their why. Let's see, Brianna and Katie, you guys are goal buddies, right?
Yes.
Yep. Do you wanna, you know what though, before we do that, I apologize. Let's start out with some victories. That's always fun. Who wants to share victory?
I will.
Yeah, go Alice.
I had my first $1,000 month in March.
Yes.
And
Congratulations.
I'm really happy about that.
That's fantastic.
Job.
And I closed out the month of March with the $500 party as well. So that was also a success. And
Alice.
my final success is I had to, well, this isn't a success, it's kind of a lament. I had to pay $2,400 to get my car out of the shop on Friday. And I had a couple catalogs with me, and there were two guys in the room, and you know, checking people in or helping people. And I said, well, do either of you guys like to cook? And the guy that was waiting on me said, I hate to cook. And he hates food and blah, 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 blah. And he said, but he loves to do it. So I said, well, I'm going to give you a catalog then. You could take a look at it. And yeah, I can't remember exactly what I said, but anyway, I left the room, and the guy that was helping me walked me out to my car, and my key didn't work. So he said, come back inside. I'm going to fix your key for you. So it's a young guy. He was still looking at the catalog, and he was making comments about, oh, this looks so good. This looks great. And he was all excited about it. So I am going to contact him this week and 1, get an order, 2, ask him to host a party, 3, ask him to join my team.
Alice, you are on it. Good for you.
Good job, Alice.
That's great, Alice. Congratulations. That's a great victory. That's a great month. And then look at you working.
Yeah.
Working. Welcome, Laura. We're starting out with some victories. I had some technical difficulties, so we are just starting with some victories. So Alice shared a fun, she had $1,000 month and making some new clients. Anybody else want to share a victory?
I was supposed to have my first in-home party last Saturday, but it was a family member and a family emergency. So it turned into an online party. So, and it turned out to be very good, under the circumstances. But I did get another in-home party booked for the end of April. And then I have a party that starts on Tuesday, but I always do pre-party 2 days before. I always introduce. So that's happening now, and very good engagement. And then I don't know. I have a couple online parties going, and then finally my first in-home party coming the end of the month. Hopefully maybe one before.
Yay, Brianna. That's fantastic. Brianna's a worker, so she's busy with 2 other jobs and doing Tastefully Simple. So
Wow.
Yes.
yeah, that's fantastic. Good for you. All right. Well, let's get into, and I know, so Brianna and Katie are goal buddies. Laura, your 2 goal buddies are not on yet. And then Alice and Chris are goal buddies. So I had asked if you would introduce your goal buddy and share their why. So Brianna, do you want to start?
Sure. So I took notes, so don't mind if I look away from the computer.
Yeah, that's fine.
So Katie, it's nice to finally meet you and see you.
Yeah, it's nice to finally meet you.
So Katie, she loves Tastefully Simple because she's met amazing people. Sherry, you have never given up on her. Doing this for more than 4 years.
Yeah.
Ready to see where she can take her business. She feels like she's worked her business more this year than she has the last 3.
Mhm.
She wants to do more casually, and she wants to take her hubby on a vacation.
Yay.
That's true.
Hi.
Those are great. That's great. Brianna, great job. And great job, Katie, sharing that with us.
Thanks.
Does that feel kind of
Um,
strange to hear someone else say it?
I know it is. It does. Yeah, but it's nice. I mean, it's nice to hear it out loud. So
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I came home and I told my husband to stay downstairs because I was like, I gotta take notes. I was
Yeah.
like, I gotta do this properly. I was like, I'm
Well,
trying to help my buddy do her why.
yeah.
you did very well. And I love that you had more specifics, Katie. You know what I
good.
mean? Like the
Yes.
trip. And do you have a trip planned? Do you mean like the Tastefully Simple trip?
Yeah,
or
like a Tastefully Simple plan, a trip. That would just be great. Yeah.
Oh, you two would have so much fun with us.
Yeah. Yeah, we had Brianna and I were kind of messaging each other throughout the weekend, and yesterday was just so busy with, I had volleyball, she had prom for her nephew, and it just, I go, I'm not ignoring you, but I said, I just have a busy day, so let me think. And so it was today.
That's okay. Deadlines are good. Well, you'll
Yeah.
have to see where you're at for the trip, this trip. You know
Yeah.
what? And then if not, you guys will have to get together or we'll talk about the next trip.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah. Okay, Katie, I'll let you introduce Brianna.
Okay, so this is Brianna, and she's actually pretty new. She just started in December, but I think she's rocking it. I think she's doing really well. She talked about getting that in-home party, so that's great. She's got a good goal of 5 parties this month that she worked with you on, so I think that's great. I said, I don't know if I could ever pull off 5 parties with volleyball season, but I said, I told you 3 and I've got 2 of the 3. So, but Brianna, she really likes Tastefully Simple. She loves the flexibility, especially because she has 2 jobs. And she's really enjoyed the people. So, yeah. And she just says that she loves that you understand because she is really busy. So.
Yeah, I don't know if Brianna sleeps much, but yeah, she's a worker. So well, we're so glad you're doing so well, Brianna.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, so great job, Katie, and great job, Brianna. So good deal. Okay, let's move on. Oh, Alice, yeah, Alice and Chris. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Alice.
I'll introduce Chris. I did not take notes, so Chris.
Okay, that's
Neither
okay.
did
Chris
I.
is currently a school teacher, as well as having her Tastefully Simple business. And her main goal is to have her Tastefully Simple business replace her current teaching position. So that's what she's got out there, maybe in the maybe not too distant future, but in her future.
Yeah, that's great.
I can't remember what else you said, Chris. And I don't think we actually talked about this. I forgot this assignment.
Well, we had a really good talk.
We
But,
did. We did.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think the why sounds really good. You want to eventually replace your full-time job with Tastefully Simple.
Yeah.
So I would just encourage you guys to be more specific, but let's keep going. We'll talk about that once everybody's done sharing. So great job. And I'm glad you guys connected. So Chris, do you want to introduce Alice?
Yeah. This is Alice, and her why, she's retired, and she wants to build this business to make it lucrative, which was the word I used. I wanted to make a lucrative income with it. And
Yeah.
she's kind of the same way. And so, but I do gotta say, we both had really bad Thursdays this week. Her car broke down and I ended up in the ER.
Oh, no, I didn't know
Oh.
that.
Yeah, so but she's got a goal. Her goal is to get herself a new computer
Yes.
and a better computer than what she's got so that she can do this more.
Awesome.
And
Okay,
so
well, good job, Chris. Are you okay? Like,
I have a lung infection.
Oh.
I think it's related from when I had COVID in January, but they're calling it a viral infection. So I'm on all kinds of meds right now.
oh no, well, take
Yeah.
it easy.
I am. We got
Okay.
2 snow days coming this week. I'm good.
You're
The
right. It sure
students
sounds
love
like-
her. They were very concerned about her when she got sick at school.
Yeah, I got sick at school in front of my students. I couldn't breathe.
Oh.
Oh,
So I
dear.
kind of freaked them out a little bit. So they haven't seen me since Thursday.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Are you going to work tomorrow or are you supposed to lay low?
No, I'm going to work tomorrow.
Okay.
And
Then you
so
must-
probably be the only day we're there this week. So I gotta make the
yeah.
most of it.
Yeah, it sounds like we're gonna get another bad storm. So, okay, Chris,
Yeah.
you get better.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, and can we talk about our conversation on Friday? Because it was a really good one.
Yes, it was.
Sure.
Okay, so my goal is to get 3 bookings for April.
Yeah.
But she made a really good point because I would always struggle with time. And she said, set specific office hours.
Mhm.
That's a
hadn't
tip I got from Sherry.
Yeah,
Hey,
I hadn't
Alice.
even thought about that.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna set up specific office hours where I do nothing but work on this.
So what will that look like for you, Chris? Like just an example, because a lot of times Sunday night is a good night to make those plans.
Yeah, I'm thinking either Saturday night or Sunday night. That's what I would do.
Okay.
And so the weekend works really good for me right now.
Mhm.
Weeknights are really busy, so
Sure. Yeah.
but
And
yeah,
will you schedule like I'm gonna work 7 to 9, or when you say I'm gonna work Saturday night, what's that mean?
I have a timer, like it's like an hourglass type timer, and I'm gonna flip that timer and I'm gonna be working the entire time that timer's going. And so
There you go, Chris.
Yeah.
Well, I would encourage you to write it on your calendar, like you're gonna write a doctor appointment down, because otherwise something else will come up. Like your husband might say, let's go have a drink. And you're like, I can't, I'm working.
we have
know what I mean?
4-wheelers to pay for. I'm working.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic. Anything else you want to add about that?
You had told Alice something about keep a goal no matter what.
Yeah.
And so we've got our goals set and we're gonna keep them. We're gonna work at them no matter what.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. So we'll talk about that in a minute here again, just to bring everybody up to speed when we talk about our April. So thank you for bringing that up. Then no matter what. So, okay, Chris. Well, let's not leave out Laura. Laura, where are your buddies? Why are they not on the call? They
I
said,
don't know. I just messaged them the link just in case too, but they must be busy. They both are, from our conversations, they both had busy weeks.
Yeah.
Brianna had a vendor show this weekend too, so I haven't heard from her how it went.
Mhm.
But she said it was busy at work and then she had a vendor show this weekend. So TBD on that, I guess.
That's right.
And then
That's right.
Amber,
I just texted her too, so we'll see if she gets on.
Oh, good job, Katie. We'll hound her. I
There
messaged
you
her not too long ago too. I'm like, where are you?
and then Amber had a slow week for her Tastily Simple, but she was looking forward to hearing back from a bunch of people. So it sounds like she was messaging a lot of people. And she just is starting another job this week. So like Brianna, she's got a lot going on, which, as we know, could help her in her Tastily Simple
Mhm.
business, because we know the busiest people have the most success. And I was
Right.
just talking to somebody else about that earlier today. I went into the school to work on a couple of things, and we were talking about that. Sometimes being busier keeps you on more of a tight schedule. Like, okay, I have this time frame to work on this, so I'm gonna get it done now. Versus like when you just have an open day and it's open-ended and nothing is like set in stone, sometimes that leaves more room for just nothing. And so sometimes you
Yeah.
get less done on the days that you have less going on. But anyway, so then I tried to like talk about our whys, but similar to some others, just struggled with specifics. But Amber did kind of mention that her kids are in sports, which gets expensive, and sounds like they're in several sports. So using her TS income toward paying for their sports, ideally, is a goal for her. And then also just because she loves the products is another reason why she does it. And then for mine has actually changed over the years, as I'm sure a lot of ours have. But originally when I joined, it was for the meal kits when I was in college, because I needed an affordable, an easy option. But then as I was making those, now I use the meal kits less, but because I got meal ideas from when I had the meal kit, so I have more of kind of a repertoire of things that I like to make just from using those. And so now I just kind of use the products, and then also like just coming up with different ways on my own to try to use the products. Like, ooh, what's a cool recipe that you might not think of using this seasoning in? Like, I wonder if that would go good with this or whatever. I like kind of doing that. So yeah, so I've gotten away from the meal kits, but I stick with it because even though my life has changed a lot over the years and it looks different, Tastefully Simple has always been there as something that I can like go back to, or like I've gone on and off of like being really focused on it and like really working it, and then I'll have like, I've had a few months where I don't do a whole lot with it, and I just get like those people that are just like my yearly people or monthly people that just need reorders. So I've been on both ends, but I'm here because I would like to be more consistent with it and have it be something that is always making me money, not necessarily always something that I have to be like working hard on. But yeah, eventually just kind of that like making money in your sleep type of thing, to use kind of as extra spending money or for like emergency bills or whatever that come up.
Okay,
So yeah.
Laura, excellent. And the two of you on the bottom are teachers. I think you guys realize that, Chris and Laura. So that's fantastic. Well, Laura, I can't say I make money when I sleep. I mean, maybe I I don't know if that's, I mean, I guess, but
But it's just like that thing of like, eventually you have so many clients and people and like hosts and whatever, so like people are placing orders without you having to
yes,
constantly be going and grabbing
and that for
new
sure.
clients.
I'm just kind of picking on you. I will say, and I think I heard you say this too, is be consistent. And I know the more consistent you can be, and that doesn't need to be 8 parties a month. And again, when I say parties, that's income producing activities. But even if you did 2 parties a month every single month, or 4 it's going to be so much easier because you're not starting and stopping. So consistency is great. And I venture to guess, like all of you here on this call, the extra money is kind of nice, and that's okay, right? There's so many different things, or the trips. So, okay. Well, as you continue to visit with each other, the more specific your why can be, the better it is, because it pushes you on the days or the weeks that you maybe don't want to do it. That happens to all of us, right? And Chris touched on the goal setting, and we talked a little bit about this, is, set a goal, and we're going to talk about that next. And then we're gonna wrap up with homework. So we're not gonna be on here too much longer, I promise. But is set a goal for April, and I reached out to each of you individually, and they ranged from 3 to 6. So I was pretty impressed with that. And I just invited you each to say, no matter what, I want to do 3 parties, again, income producing activities, no matter what. So, because that will, I hate to say it, but make you do it.
Mhm.
Hold yourself accountable. So what I wanted to talk about just a little bit is, you don't have to, you can say your goal, but have you reached your goal? Brianna, I think, have you reached your party goal?
For April?
Yeah, we're talking April.
Well, I just started a party that's gonna be starting on Tuesday, but I always do a 4-day party like you do, but I always do like pre-party posts, so it turns into like a 6-day party. Because
what
I always introduce Tastefully Simple, myself and the hostess, and spread it out between 2 days, and then 4 days is just all about like the product and new
same.
stuff.
But
So
I'm going to interrupt you, Brianna. I'm so sorry. What I meant was, I think you shared with me, I'm just going to say, I thought you had said you wanted 6 income producing activities for April.
yes, my goal is to have at least 1 to 2 parties a week, and then
So-
one in-home party a month.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So do you have 6 income producing activities on your calendar for April? Yes or no?
I have 2.
Oh, okay.
Out of the 6.
So you have 2 of the 6.
Yes.
Awesome. How about the rest of you? Alice, your goal, are you okay sharing your goal? You guys, it's us, right?
Yeah.
And we're not judging. It doesn't matter. It's your goal. Alice, tell me your goal and how far
My
you're
goal
there.
is 4 parties, no matter what. And I have one this Tuesday, so that's the only one I currently have on my calendar.
Okay, awesome. How about you, Katie?
I said 3 plus my vendor show. So I have 2 plus my vendor show. So I'm gonna get one more.
Yay. You're gonna get one
maybe
more.
more. You never know after these
Yeah.
parties.
Yes, Katie, I love it. How about you, Laura?
Yeah, I told you 3. And I have 1 scheduled on the calendar, and then I have a few people to reach out from past that were like, oh, maybe closer to summer, maybe in the spring.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully we'll get there. Or we
Let's
will
have it
get there.
summer.
We will
Yeah,
get there.
you'll get there, Laura. I know you will. Okay, great. And then how about you, Chris? You're on mute, but your goal was
1.
remind-
I had 2 to 3,
okay.
and I've got 1 so
I think
far.
when you said 2 to 3, I said, oh, great, your goal's 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
Alice. Okay, so you have 1. Okay, so let's just take a couple minutes. Do you guys want to talk about how you're going to reach your goal? It's April 2nd. There's lots of time left in the month. But do you guys want to chat about that? Do you need help with that or what?
I think a while ago you had sent this messenger post of what you send to some of your clients, and that's what I did. I kind of just reached out to people who I like consider them my friends, on Facebook, but I just don't really talk to them all that much, and that's how I got a party. So yeah, so I've kind of just been doing it sporadically during the day at work, like a break or lunchtime. And that's how I got it. So I'm just gonna probably do that again, Monday or Tuesday. And
Yay, Katie.
yeah, it does work.
It
It does work.
I'm so happy to hear that. And I know I've encouraged some of you too, just to start a list, on that
Yeah.
sheet of paper, and you're like, I can't think of anybody. And then just carry that list with you, and you're driving to work. You're like, oh, that's right, I forgot about her. You're on Facebook like Katie was. I'm like, oh, I could ask her. So,
And then you're on Facebook all day. So
Yeah.
not all day, but you're in and out of the day. Sporadically.
but be smart about it. I tell you what, I just booked a fundraiser with the Twin Town Archery Group from Wapaton Breckenridge, and her name is Heather. She used to sell Tastefully Simple years ago, but they're going to nationals the end of April, and I just saw it on Facebook, and so I reached out to her. I'm like, Heather, do you need to raise money? Tastefully Simple is really easy. She's like, sure. She's already over $500.
Oh, wow.
They're already over 500. So like Katie just shared with you, about bookings, also when you're, oh, we're doing this or we're doing that, or we're at this or that, think fundraiser. 'Cause it's
Mhm.
a
Great idea.
great
So do
way.
you share, how much of your profit do you share with on a fundraiser?
Yeah.
Yep, I do 25%. Now, I always make 40%.
Yeah,
So if you're not making because I like to give back, but I do quite a few fundraisers. I don't want to give my shirts. Does that?
yeah,
But if you're not hitting 40% and you're not comfortable with 25%, some people will do like a sliding scale. You know what I mean? Like if you hit 500, you get this. When you hit 1,000, you
Oh,
get.
okay.
I
That makes
just did one and it was actually really successful. It was $1,500 dollars in
Yeah.
the end. And I still have to put her order in still, but I'm giving her between host, like I gave her some extra product as host rewards, and then I'm just Venmoing her like cash the rest of it, but it ends up being about half of the commission
Okay,
that I got. So
Alright.
that's how I did it, is like whatever, and then it doesn't, I don't have to say like, oh, between this much and this much, you get this percentage or whatever. I just say I'll
half.
donate half
Yeah.
my commission, and then it's
Yeah.
easy to figure out.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
okay.
I just always do 25% because that's what I do with everybody. Unless Laura, wasn't this a friend of yours or something that you did that?
No, actually, she was a friend of somebody who hosted,
Oh, got it.
and she was like struggling to get back to me, and then she ended up opening up and saying like, "Oh, this is my situation right now. Sorry, I haven't been messaging you back." And I was
Mhm.
like, "Well, let's get you some free product,
Mhm.
girl." And I didn't, to be honest, I didn't do a whole lot with it. I think she just sent out the link to a bunch of her friends, and I did post about it like on my page, like help me support my friend Tracy, whatever. So I did post it on my page and my Tastefully Simple page and in a couple of my groups and stuff. But other than that, it was pretty much just people found her link and ordered.
Nice.
It wasn't a whole lot of like my customers supporting or
Yeah.
anything. So
So
yeah.
you got new customers too, Laura.
yeah, but yeah, people want to support their friends. So
Yeah.
For sure, for sure.
So that's great. Okay, so any other ideas that you want to share with each other as far as getting those bookings?
well, I told you this in our last, we haven't had a meeting still in a while, Sherry, like a
Oh,
one-on-one, but the
Gotta
last
get
time
to
I shared with you about how I've been doing day theming. And so that's how, speaking, Chris, of like putting it on the schedule, that's how I like put it on my schedule. So like Mondays are usually my like me days. I love a good like alliteration. So Mondays are me days. So that's like my day to get like whatever I need to get done, like meal prep. And like if I just want to have a chill night. Because it's like getting back into the work week and stuff, all of that. Anyway, and then Tuesdays are team Tuesdays. So that's when I like touch base with my downline and check in with, right now I only have one, but I check in with her, make sure she's doing okay, check in on her goals, all that stuff. And then Wednesdays are like kind of work it Wednesdays. So whatever comes up with Tastefully Simple or with work or whatever, it's just kind of like I dedicate like an hour or two at night to just kind of work my business. And then Thursdays is like client care. So like that's when I reach out to like past customers. Like I use my reports if they ordered in April of last year, like, hey, are you due for some new product? If they haven't ordered in a while. And then that kind of, or like people checking in like, hey, did you get your product? Like, this is your tracking, all of that stuff. So that's what I do on Thursdays. And then Fridays is that's the one I always forget because it kind of depends. Sometimes I have plans on a Friday night, sometimes I don't. So that one's kind of like, I don't know, that changes often. And then Saturday and Sunday too are kind of like, they change depending on the week. But I usually do more on Saturday than on Sunday. Sunday, I kind of focus on school and preparing for the week. And then Saturday is like my lay low day. So anyway, so that's kind of how I do it.
Yeah,
Where
you
each
are a
day
teacher.
stands for something, but yeah.
All scheduled out. I love it, Laura. Well, thank you for sharing. So it sounds like you're probably already doing this, Laura, and hopefully the rest of you, when you have like your Facebook, you just had an online party or online Facebook, and the rest of you've had some. Are you reaching out and thanking them and asking them if they want to book a party or join your team? I know Brianna's good at that too. So, but to get those parties, so that's what you'll want to do once you get your online parties or your in-person parties. I gotta tell you guys, are any of you gonna try to get an in-person party in April? No? Okay, a couple of you.
If my sister's able to. But
Oh,
like I
yeah,
said, she just got back from Germany, so if
okay,
she's willing to do one in April, I will do one with her in April.
you wrangle her up. I had two parties last week. One more was I was in Moorhead. Michelle's at 1200 and Heidi is in Battle Lake. And she's at almost 700.
Oh.
That's two parties, you guys, in 1 week. And I think I had 2 bookings, maybe another one, and then 3 bookings at the other one. So I don't share that to toot my horn. I share that to say, if you can get out there, it really does work. Now, not every party's a $1,200 party. Alice just had a really fun party at her house. So that's a good idea too. I know, Katie, maybe you want to do that in that
Yeah,
beautiful.
that's kind of what I was just thinking right now. Maybe I could just do something at my house. I'm seriously not really that comfortable about going to someone's house and doing a home party. I mean, I don't know what it is. I don't know. But yeah,
Well-
maybe doing something at my house with Paul or something with friends. That's something I could definitely do.
Well, Katie, I was at your wedding a couple summers ago.
I know.
And I saw so many of your family and friends, and I'm like, I love Tastefully Simple. So I bet a lot of those gals and maybe some of the guys would come to your beautiful home if you did that.
Yes, I think so. I mean, my husband, I know I've talked to you about this before, but I mean, he went to the bank the other day and left with like 3 orders. So
Yeah.
yeah, he's so good. Yes. I mean, yeah.
So supportive. So you should really do that, Katie. That would be
Yeah.
that would be your other one that you needed
Party.
for April. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you had so much fun with it. Now, would you, if you booked a party off of one of your guests that came to your party, would you go do her party?
At her house.
Yeah, like you're inviting people over to your house and then you're
Yeah.
asking, would you go do that party?
Of course.
Okay, so you're just a little, you're maybe saying you wouldn't want to do it with anybody that you didn't know, but you know what? I remember
Yeah.
crossing that bridge. I do it all the time now, but going to someone's house I didn't even know, like I knew her from the party, so I knew her.
You're
from,
really good at it.
Yeah, but anyway. Okay, anything else quickly? Otherwise, I'm gonna give you your homework.
All right.
Okay, so I want continue to work together, and here's your homework. I want you to talk to, we're gonna talk again in 2 weeks. That's not till the 16th of April. So here's your homework, and we kind of talked a little bit about it, but I want you to talk to your goal buddy and what is it you need to overcome? So what is it that you need to overcome to reach your party goal? Because I want you in front of people. That's where you're going to get your potential bookings. That's where you're going to get your potential team members. And remember, the purpose of this, our whole thing is to get you consistent and get you to promote to copper leader, right? I know you each have it in you, but I can't tell you to sponsor when you're not actually, when you're not doing your income producing activities. So it just, you can do both, but we're really focusing on that this month. So what is it that you need to overcome? And I'll share that on the thing on our page. And then what solutions can you come up with? So maybe when the 2 of you talk, or Laura, I know there's 3 of you, maybe it is a fear of going into someone's house. I'm just going to pick on you, Katie.
That's fine.
And that's why Katie's like, I just, there's no bad or wrong thing, but maybe you each could talk about that. And then I want you to come to the call on the 16th with your goal buddies. What one thing is that they need to overcome to move their business forward, and a solution you came up with. Because I venture to guess that there might be some similarities. Do you know what I mean? You might all have the same, it doesn't matter. But the thing is talk about it, but the really big thing is come up with a solution.
All right.
Okay, and then that's what we're gonna share. So continue though to get those parties on your calendar, whether it's an in-home party, online party's great. Maybe that fundraiser, or maybe Katie's gonna have that party at her house. And hopefully Chris is gonna have that party with her sister. And
Yeah.
Alice is gonna hook up with those mechanics.
Yes. I thought that was so cool.
I love it, Alice. And Brianna, I know you've got people to talk to. And Laura, I know you've got people to talk to too. So thanks again for joining us. You
Thanks,
guys
Sherry.
have an amazing night and a fantastic week, and hopefully it doesn't snow quite so bad.
Let's
Oh,
pray.
it's
Cool,
coming,
right?
it's coming.
Yeah.
We'll see you later.
All
Yeah.
right.
Have a good
Bye.
night. Bye.
Bye.
Happy Easter.
Same to you.
Happy Easter, everybody.